All right, if you've ever been like me and wondered how much power a Tesla can draw from the wall while just being connected but not charging, this is the video for you. So I have a 220 volt Nema 1450 outlet run to my garage. Just like you can see in this photo here. Being that it's a 220 volt outlet, it uses a double pole breaker right here. I have my ammeter going around one of the hot leads heading into that breaker. And so right now you can see there's 0 amps. The Tesla is plugged in and is not charging. One of the things I've been curious about is if I turn on the climate control, for instance, how much power will that draw? So we'll come here, I'll turn on the climate control. You'll see that it starts warming. You can see the graphic on the Tesla shows that it's turned on and warming. And you'll see on the ammeter here in a minute, there it goes, it's starting to ramp up. Went from a baseline of 0 amps. It's climbing. Now, I should note that being that this is the Tesla mobile charger, we are limited to 32 amps of total draw. So you can see here, 16 amps, still climbing. We'll see how high it goes. Looks like we might have peaked out around, we'll call it 22 amps. Now you'll watch here, if I turn off climate control, you're gonna see that amperage drop off precipitously. And although we're up from that base of 0 amps, it must be using a little bit of power from shore power right now to configure itself, maybe do some system checks. So this is good news, because obviously you want to use as much power from the wall as you can. So if you're preconditioned before you drive, it's better to leave it plugged in because it will pull that power from the wall. Now if you've ever wondered if it really pulls the amperage charging that is displayed on your app, I'm going to show that now. Being that this is a 220 volt outlet with the Tesla mobile charger, I'm limited to 32 amps. I've got the ammeter around one of the leads heading into the double pole breaker there. So I'm gonna go ahead and click start charging. I'll bring this in just a little closer and you can see we're starting to get some pull on this line as shown by the ammeter. You can see it's climbing, 16 amps. You can see on the app we're at 17 out of the 32 amps. We're hit 32 amps on the ammeter now, and I think we just give the app a minute here. It will also say, boom, there we go. 32 amps are being drawn. That matches what the ammeter is pulling. So there you go. It really is, pulling exactly what it says. And if we hit stop charging, almost immediately that amperage falls off. So if you have your Tesla plugged in but you're not charging, it will use shore power, but only if it's doing something with the system. If you were to turn on the climate control, for instance. But when it's not charging, it's just sitting there and it's not pulling power from the wall. Hope you find this helpful.